Hello and a very warm welcome to this travel segment. I am Chancellor Ningi. Nature tourism adds more value to Gabon's image with its exceptional diversity of spaces and sites. And Bateke Plateaux National Park embodies this form of tourism. Located at the extreme southeast of Gabon, the National Heritage Site is positioned in the heart of a region which has immense accumulations of sand and covered with savannah. Plus, it combines nature and local culture. In 2002, Gabon redesigned its entire network of protected areas to include most of the country's biodiversity and to anchor its tourism development. Giving it a strong environmental concern which generates a tendency to refocus on a return to its roots, the site, in the midst of this nature, inspires a place of rest where one can break away from the constraints of urban life, as Jean-Louis Kakwa Atsima, curator at the Bateke Plateaux National Park, now explains.
It must be said that the Bateke Plateaux National Park is a park that abounds in resources. We can have gorillas, elephants, hyenas, buffaloes, and lions. And it is perhaps even the only park in the world where you can have all these animals, and this is found in a magnificent landscape that alternates between forest and savanna vegetation.
The ecotourism sector is still in its infancy in Gabon, but its future is promising so long as the government decides to promote this form of tourism as a priority through the Green Gabon project. In some parks, including the Bateke Plateaus, initiatives are emerging to develop this tourism modality to attract a large number of tourists to the country, as the park warden tells us once more.
The first strategy we are implementing is already to fight against intrusions that could cause damaging impacts on this resource that we have, and therefore secure the park to secure access to its resources. And after that, an objective has been set for the year 2020 in our work plan. It will consist precisely in being able to further develop the fight against poaching, but also insist on biomonitoring for a perfect knowledge of the resource.
The objective of preserving this wealth is to ensure its sustainability, which could form the basis for tourism development and contribute to the country's economic growth. The willingness of national authorities to promote tourism, particularly ecotourism, was largely responsible for the creation in 2002 of a network of 13 national parks covering 11% of the territory. However, these destinations, which offer a wonderful natural landscape, are subject to strong competition, particularly from southern and eastern African states. And even if this country, by the richness of its biodiversity, has an undeniable potential for tourism development, many weaknesses currently hinder its competitiveness on the international scene, notably the lack of human resources, the excessively high cost of the destination, the lack of infrastructure, to name a few. The fate of Gabon's forests depends on a multitude of factors with often divergent interests. By implementing a genuine policy to enhance the value of tourism, Gabon can thus achieve its objective to attract 100,000 tourists per year by 2020. On that note, we put a cap on this travel segment. Thanks so much for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your viewing of other programs on our platforms on Africanews and Africanews.com.